All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit different from the usual modding and that kind of thing for the A3, and as you can tell by the title of this video, we're actually going to be throwing some Christmas lights on the A3 today. This isn't really going to be a A3 specific video, as I know for the previous Audis that I've had and some of the Audis my friends have, that this is going to be an Audi kind of oriented video, Volkswagen oriented video. And we're gonna go ahead and throw some, like I said, Christmas lights up on the factory roof rack and wire it through the car. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that for cheap and without having to mess with anything in the vehicle, no hacking up any wires or anything like that. So we can be like the off-road guys who have it all hooked up in their roof baskets and their off-road bumpers and everything. With that being said, I will show you guys what you need to buy and I'll jump right into wiring it all up. So obviously the first thing you're gonna need is a power inverter. Now for most Volkswagens and Audis, it will be okay if you just buy one of the fixed end power inverters. You can get some of them where the tip actually kind of like pivots on like a little swivel or whatever, so that you can kind of hook it in your glove box and that kind of thing. But that should be okay because most Audis actually have the little power 12 volt just inside the trunk. This is a 2012 A3, same thing all the way down to I believe a 2006. Most A4s, I know the Allroads, even older A4s, Q5s, I'm pretty sure Q7s, and almost all Audi models should have a 12 volt in the trunk, and that's where we're going to be wiring it off from. If I wasn't going to be using that option, I would actually have to go through the center console kind of thing where my handbrake is, and there's a dual 12 volt hookup in there, but that's just kind of not the way I wanted to do it, because then I would have wires running through the whole kind of main cab of the vehicle. So we're going to be doing it this way. And then second, obviously you're going to need to go ahead and get yourself some Christmas lights. Obviously it's 2020, so these are LED. These are rated to only actually use 4 watts. So nothing super crazy. This is rated for 75, so that won't be a problem. We're obviously not going to be leaving these plugged in all the time, and unfortunately, because the 12 volt outlet in the back of the car isn't switched in the back, so when I turn the car off, that'll constantly be running, so we'll have to unplug them every time we want to use or not use them. So there's that. And then depending on how you're going to wire this through in your particular vehicle, you may need an extension cord. I'm probably going to use one just because I want something white on the outside of my car, not something green, but that's just because I'm nitpicky. So I'm going to just test everything really quickly in the back of the car, make sure it all works, and then I will show you guys how I'm going to run the cable, where I'm going to attach either zap straps or tape or whatever I'm going to use to mount everything on the roof rack, and then I will show you guys how it looks. So I just kind of have the inverter hooked up in the back on the 12, and I'm going to go ahead and plug my lights in. Beautiful, they all work. Looks really crappy on camera because none of my settings are right. So now I'm going to unplug these, and then I'm going to get my extension cable, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to run it out through the weather seal and hopefully not mess anything up. All right, so since I have a factory roof rack, I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm going to remove the cover on this guy so that I can tuck the cable in here and kind of hide it and make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm just going to loosen that guy off and then tuck the cable in. And now I've got an outdoor specific extension cable that I'm going to use, which is excessively long because they didn't have anything shorter because it is Christmas time. Run our Christmas lights through the front side. This is the front side of the vehicle. Plug this guy in here, and then we're going to quickly plug it into the back and make sure it all still functions properly before we wire anything further. And bam, still works. Neat. All right, so now that I've got this all hooked up, I've actually gone ahead and wrapped the cable just in some black electrical tape just so it kind of blends in a little bit better. And once I get it all kind of set up, I'm going to pull it tight so that from like here you can't even really tell that it's there. Like I know it's there, you know it's there. You can kind of just see the plug in there. And then we're gonna run it down along the weather stripping, and we're not gonna do it so that it goes over the weather stripping up really high. We're gonna do it down low just so that in the event that it does rain, we wanna give it the best opportunity possible without damaging the weather stripping too much, that it's not gonna leak into my trunk. But I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of tuck it underneath the trunk bump stop right here, and then it's gonna come over, because that'll be the easiest way to kind of keep it down, and then tuck it all the way in here. All right, so now I'm just gonna set the camera down and we're gonna time lapse wrapping the lights around the wrap. All right, so just a little precursor to what I did here. Since my roof is made of 2 glass panels, I don't really want the light bulbs bouncing off them. So what I did is, where I did the crosses, I just took a zap strap and just tightened them up, and so that will just raise the height of the bulbs off of the glass, and then just the ones that are pointing straight down, I'm just gonna kinda change the orientation of them just by rotating it in the zap strap, and then that should be good to go. I have it all wired up, so let's turn off the lights and see what it looks like. Oh, it looks so cool. You can't really see the Audi, but those are the lights. They're not super bright, so it's not like super obnoxious, but obviously you're gonna stand out because you literally have Christmas lights on your car or your Audi or whatever you're doing this on. But I'll quickly turn on one of the lights just so you can see the front of the Audi. We'll get some shots outside with it. It looks so sick. It's super clean too, because there's only one cable, and then minimal screwing around with everything on the roof rack. But it looks sick. Hell yeah, it looks so sick. It's pretty subtle from like the front. Like, it's not super obnoxious, but I definitely like 100% might get in trouble. So I will report back in a later video if I do. I'll show you guys what it looks like from the inside too with the moonroof. That's what it looks like through the moonroof. It's pretty cool. It's pretty like mood lighting-esque with the moonroof. That's what it looks like with like the shade on. That's what it looks like with the shade off. It's pretty sick. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for the Christmas light install on the A3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash that like button for a little bit of Christmas festivities. We're definitely gonna get some footage of the A3 drifting around in some snow with the lights on once we get some snow up on the mountains. At the time of actually filming this outro, I actually got backed into at a red light, so the the hood on the A3 is a little bit screwed up, but I'll probably do like a video about that in the next couple of days. Anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like this video. Don't forget to like it, but that'll be it. Peace out. I will see you in the next video.